The Book of Lists. My fascination with lists started at my place of work. I work at a large building materials retailer. I've been collecting lists that contractors leave behind in the store for about a year now. My favorite ones are not even written on paper. Torn off corner of a box. A broken off sheet of drywall. They write these lists somewhere on their way to the job site, to the store, or from the 4 a.m. Circle K stop where they fill up their water jugs. The list suggests things to me about what the person who wrote it was going to build. But they give me the opportunity to create something that might be built from this list. A list written on a torn off piece of corrugated box from a product made in Missoula, Montana. A box that originally contained greasy anchor bolts. Calling for the following items: 2x6 hardwood decking, a box of 16 penny nails, big box of 40 penny nails, lattice, white, T&G router bit, vent, 4x4 post caps. What reverie launched from this carpenter's list! I could see him eyeing each plank for its trueness, smell the smoky hickory as he reamed the grooves down the lengths of every board with his T&G bit. From this list, I built a gazebo with Spanish moss, bougainvillea, and dragonflies in the mist. Perhaps he was just repairing an old outhouse, but he offered me a little cupola in the garden that I never had. I would do this exercise a lot, to entertain myself while working on this idiot job along the outer banks of the mundane river. But somewhere along the way, down the intersection of aisle 6 lumber and job dissatisfaction, I began to see these lists as something more macabre than just a backyard DIY project. I began to notice a grisly, disconcerting side to these lists. Just the way they were scrawled, uneven, in thick lead, written in ballpoint with so much pressure as to carve a gully in the wood on which they were scribbled. An axe murderer lurking among the Durabon 12 packs. A barber of Seville shopping for wallpaper down the aisle. For example, a list that called for the following, written on a piece of 2x4, many items misspelled. 1 roll roofing felt. 2 pasks shingles. Roofing nails, flashing, shovel, manila rope, and a 6-foot ladder. A 6-foot ladder? This person was not fixing his roof. I saw what he was doing. He was constructing a partially submerged underground shed built to harbor a kidnap victim. Low walls, low roof for kidnapping. The 6-foot ladder, the clue. Manila rope, the giveaway. Maybe it was the job that was affecting my thinking. Suddenly every early morning contractor roaming around the aisles, placing a roll of barbed wire on his flat cart was like Fagin from Dickens' Oliver Twist, less like a man in some hideous phantom, or like Aaron the Moor from Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus. Oft I have digged up dead men from their graves and set him up right on their dear friend's door. I didn't know if I should say, finding everything you need, sir, or call the police. Then this list. 12, 1x4x6, clear pine. 1/2 inch finished ply, squares, 2. Diablo, 7.5 inch circular saw for portable, blade. Brads for nail gun, quick set epoxy, wood glue, gallon, fast dry. PhD, which stands for post hole digger. Baling wire, 1 skein. A skein? It called for a skein? Someone intelligent? This was a magician, a David Copperfield gone awry. This was a list to build a box for his trick where he saws his wife in half, but he messes up and he has to glue the box and her all back together and then bury this whole mess. Here's one more. 4 by 20 pound bag. Quickcrete. Pallet, concrete block. Gun oil. Duct tape. But even weirder about this list was that it was on the back. On the back was the following shopping list. Milk, foil pan, Kraft macaroni and cheese. So it was like Hannibal Lecter is shopping in the Home Depot, strapping down his victim and eats her face, and then finishes up with a side dish of mac and cheese. I have recruited everyone in the store to save these lists for me. But the real hunter-gatherer is Juan. He works as a loader. He loves to collect them for me. When I leave the store and I see him in the parking lot, I know he's got one, because he smiles and his hand goes sticking in his apron, and he'll say to me, "Mama, aquí hay otro para su casa." Here's another one for your lists.